I've thought about this and I've thought about this and I've thought about this. And, I don't know exactly where to begin other than are you are you likely to be getting price gouged? Are you likely to be getting price raped by some? My opinion, yes, it's going to happen. It's just business. You can't look at the prices out there, how quickly they went up, and not logically conclude that in some cases, maybe a lot, maybe a little, but on some level, you're getting ass raped. There's nothing, it's just logic. It's just logic. And those that debate against it, I think their their intentions are good. I think they're loyalists. I think they don't have all the data, what have you. Um, Let me preface this by saying that everybody, let's keep our emotions in check and let's get along. We're all in the same boat. We're all getting screwed, and whether that's a good thing for good intentions or what have you, or not mismanagement, what have you, whatever. All that crap aside, we're all in the same boat. We're all the same family. We're all looking at the same prices going, ay, ay, ay. Um, but there's a lot of debate going on. There's a lot of heated debate going on back and forth about is this right or is this wrong or what have you. And we're not sitting in the hush, hush. We're not sitting at the table looking at the company's finances. Now, I will say Bardwell was correct about cash flow. One thing in business that you learn is a profitable business can still go bankrupt. You can be profitable, you can be making money. You could be out of the hole and you could still go bankrupt. Why? Because in a sense, you're not running your business properly as far as just like in your personal finances, they tell you have 3 months of cash reserves in an account, so if something pops up, you can cover your bills for 3 months. Same thing for business. Cash is king. You can be losing money, but if you've got cash, you can sustain yourself. A profitable business can still go bankrupt. And when businesses do not have a sufficient cash reserve, when things like this occur, they're in a pinch. And then if they go in looking for debt in order to carry themselves through, they're even more at risk. And we may be seeing that with some stores. We may. I hope not, because like for me, Power Drone and Road Riot, like I love those stores and I support them more than any other store. And I do not want to see them fail. I want them to be around for a long time, long time. Rotor Riot has got such a history and so much has done so much to help develop. And Power Drone, same thing from the start. And the last, from what I can tell, one the last big private owner, and so I want them to succeed. But when you look at other stores and you look at pricing and you look at the timing and stuff, my mind, there's price gouging going on. But I also know this for a fact because I also get wholesale pricing from the manufacturers. And Day one of tariffs, I'm looking at the stores, and I'm looking at what their prices are, and I'm looking at the wholesale price, and I'm like, "This is a huge swing." And I I even placed an order for more inventory to shore my personal self up, not for my store, but for my personal self up. And guess what? I got it at the original price. So when I look at a manufacturer like Tattoo, and I'm looking at their pricing that was the same pricing as the day before tariffs hit, and then I'm looking at some other stores that day one increased their pricing, I know for a fact. So I can sit here and tell you that in some cases, not all, but in some cases, inventory that was here in the United States and can still be purchased by the store. And still today, I just checked. Still today, there's inventory with the original pricing that I can go and place an order right now and get. So when I see a store that can still get inventory at the original pricing and order it and have it in 3 days, but they've increased their prices up substantially, 2 things, 2 conclusions for me, looking at it through business eyes. 1, they're either price gouging, or 2, they're mismanaging their business, and they're at dire risk of losing it all, so they have no choice but to capitalize now before they have to place re-up orders that had to be imported and then potentially get hit by a tariff. 1 or 2. We all have to make our own decisions. We all have to gauge with our own eyes. But what I know is when I see a money house raising prices on day 1, while you can still buy inventory direct from the manufacturer at the original price, and they're simply increasing it from a 40% markup to a 60%. Let me see. Let's just see. Yeah, I don't have that on screen. I don't want to show you my price because I don't want to mess up my relationship with the manufacturer. I have nothing to gain by lying to you. Nothing to gain. I could sit here and get just as many views by saying all the good stuff of let's support and let's understand that the tariff is this and they have to increase prices in order to survive and all that stuff. I am a small little channel. I do this as an extension of my hobby. And so either message is going to get the same outcome for me. So I'm not choosing this message because I think it's going to be more beneficial to me than the other message. This is just an extension of my hobby. As everything I do in FPV is just an extension of my hobby. And one of the things that I've always done is I've just been real. I'm just talking to you. I'm just putting my own thoughts out there, and some people like it and some people don't. And I get a few subscribers here and then I get a few subscribers here. And it is what it is. But being a part of this community, I also want to help give back in every way I can. And I've done things and here and there and giving back and stuff like that. Um, and on this topic, it's a very big topic. It's it's important. My loyalty, where I spend my dollars, is very important to me, and I spend them where I choose, and then when I have to, I'll spend them in other places. And being that that's the way I am, and being where I am mentally on all the changes going on in the economics, the global economics, this nation's economics and stuff, and where my heart lies and my loyalties and what I want to see happen, I'm going to share that information share that this information with y'all so you can make your own decision. Whether you agree with me or agree with me on the geopolitical crap, um, I figure why not share it with my homies, you know? So for me, I'm just sitting here enjoying my hobby, extending and sharing my thoughts on this, and then also going to share hopefully maybe some tips for a few people out there that are starting to need to buy some equipment, where I'm currently looking. Um, but I don't have anything to gain from this. I'm gonna probably gonna get some hate because people are gonna be like, you don't know, and you're lying because you won't show us your wholesale pricing or whatever. Believe what you want to believe. I've checked with Flywoo. They haven't changed the pricing. I just placed an order with Tattoo. I've got I got all my brand new batteries sitting over here. I ordered them on the 7th. I was watching the pricing from the 4th, and I'm looking at the pricing today when I go in and add product to a cart. And guess what? There's ample inventory at Tattoo. I ordered on the 7th, and I got my batteries, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. All right. So right now, Tattoo R line 550 6S, because I'm a 6S guy. I'm a tattoo guy. Um, one retail store has it for 67.99 a pack. Tattoo R line, and you can go look this up yourself. Tattoo R line version 5.0. Well, here, let me just do this. Uh, I can't get rid of that. I'll cut the header off, but 67.99. Wholesale wholesale is considerably less than this, less than that. I'm gonna put it down here, 100, add to cart. Oh, I got a discount because my order's so big, I got a discount. So I'm gonna do it at the price of 1. Percentage calculator. So from the wholesale price to the retail price of 67.99. But let's just say it's an ass raping. It's just an ass raping. It's far above 40%. Far, far above 40-50%. I would be This is Bernie Madoff shit. Alright. What's that movie what's that movie with, DiCaprio, and they're the Wall Street dudes, and they're freaking banging whores and doing drugs, and he can't talk on the phone, and he's trying to drive his Ferrari and stuff.
Who will not take no for an answer. My fucking warriors. Who will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking dies!
That's this kind of pricing. Not a big retailer, right? But what I do know is the price at the retail store and what they can order right now today and have been able to order since the 4th is Wall Street Wall Street, what you think of Wall Street. It's just that Wall Street greed. And that's a shame. That's a shame. Again, I'm sharing this with you because you spend your money where you think you need to spend it. I can tell you, I'm going to be looking at I'm going to be looking at those smaller companies. I'm going to be looking at those companies that have been in for the long haul, and you can go look right now on their websites, and you can see that there's this distinct difference in most pricing versus them versus their competition. And that should tell you enough. Without me telling you anything about this percentage markup and all that stuff, all you got to do is go and look at and yeah, you can. There's cash flow and there's tariffs at the dock and whether businesses run well or not and all that stuff. You also can just go look with your own eyes and you can look at the same items from multiple stores and you can go, logic tells me something's not right. That's my opinion. That's my point of view. That's based off what business knowledge I have from my job. My job, we we we, um, we are an aftermarket auto part supplier. We bring products in, um, wholesale them out. Uh, some of those products are direct import from China. Some of those products are imported into the United States from China and then bought by us. Um, we're not having price increases, right? We haven't had any price increases yet. China has done things such as, which is kind of leading up to why we're in this dynamic. This company we're buying product from stopped shipping direct from China. They start shipping from Indonesia. Things are all good for a year. We get a letter from Homeland Security. It's suspected that this manufacturer has been circumventing the tariff laws by funneling their products through Indonesia, marking them as made in Indonesia to avoid the tariffs. And they're requesting um, information, letting us know that they may be coming for a visit, requesting sales information and stuff like that. And that, in a nutshell, is basically kind of why we're here. Prices are going to fluctuate. Tariffs may or may not be here tomorrow. Um, but I can tell you right now, on some product lines, there's inventory in America, and it has been since the fourth, still purchasable at the original price, and there are retailers that have considerable markup that would make your blood boil. And I wish I could provide you the visual proof, um, but I don't want to mess up my relationship with these suppliers. But like I said, I've placed orders myself. Let me see. Let me see. Can I verify that for you without showing you pricing and such? Yeah. Yeah, let me do this. All right. You can see right here, April 4th, I placed an order 24204 636, and count. See if I can do this without, just want you to see my name. Hmm. Account settings. Can you see it's my name? Yeah, there you go. You can see it's my name, it's my account. I wish I could show you pricing, but just understand, um, here, and be respectful for those that deserve it. All right. Peace out. Love y'all.